Michael London has always approached his work with the belief that the arts are for everyone. For more than 50 years, as a playwright, arts administrator, and arts advisor, Michael has built community and fostered relationships through the arts. Originally a dancer, an injury led him down a different career path.
I sort of then began a twofold career, which I don't think is uncommon. And actually I think is an enormous benefit, and that is that a lot of arts administrators are artists. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. And it's an enormous benefit because you really understand, if you're, as an arts administrator, you may be administering or managing what may be a creative process, but to also be a creative artist allows you to really understand it on a whole new level.
Michael's life is always about whatever can happen, you put your mind to it and you create it, and it comes into being. And that's, I would love anybody to be able to engage with that kind of magical way of existing.
Throughout his career as an arts advisor and administrator, Michael's work helped countless organizations in big cities and small towns across the state strengthen their foundations and serve their communities.
Many, many years where Michael hasn't let up. And man, if you saw the list of the kinds of projects that he has done, probably working with 250, 300, maybe even more than that, arts organizations.
My job in some ways was pretty simple. It was to listen to them and to hear what their frustrations were, what they believed their barriers were, and then my job was to ask questions and give them a little bit of guidance. It's really about listening to people. It's almost always about listening to people.
That's Michael's magic, is that he's a listener and he's on your side, whoever you are. And I think that's the magic that happens for Michael in arts organizations, in communities, that's very miraculous.
Today, he continues this work as director of the Ohio Playwrights Circle and as Ohio's regional representative for the Dramatist Guild of America. Michael also builds community by creating unique experiences for students and young people.
I would go into a school, and I remember one residency where I just listened for 3 days to students. I told the director, I said, cast the show. She goes, what show? I said, you want me to write an original one? Cast whatever cast I'm going to use. Well, what are they going to? I don't know, I haven't written it yet. You give me a cast. We're doing this the opposite. You give me a cast, I'm going to write a play for them. And that's what I did. I listened to them. And it created an amazing sense of community that brought students together that probably never would have been able to work together.
It's that kind of hands-on respect for each person's creative experience, their own. It's not about him. It has never been about him. And that's why Michael deserves acknowledgement of this work over 50 years.
That was my way of guiding people. And to me, that's building community. And I think it could be done through the arts as powerfully as anywhere else.